5 times, undefeated, 28-4-28. And to round out the team composition here for Splice, it's a little bit of a pivot there. It's the Corki.
Throw some wrench into
the pings, they're coming.
Wow, Kobe and Norscaran going to try to turn this one around. Here comes Humanoid, throws down the package from the Valkyrie. Reckless forced to flash defensively. Hilly's holding on to his for now. Kobe's trying to step forward. He's got an Ignite to use as well. Paddlestar puts the damage down. Hilly's down to 200 HP. First Blood's available, secured, picked up by Kobe and Splice. Follow-ups here, so it's just push City as Bwipo is now going to be punished. Here comes Xerxes. He's got the flash, he's got the chilling smite, he's got Void Rush as well. Cataclysm comes down, Requiem will follow, but Chachi survives thanks to the advantage and sitting pretty comfortable up against Bwipo while Xerxes was picking up the Rift Herald outer.
Yeah, if our observers could very quickly toggle the vision, you can actually just see the differences. We won't have time as Xerxes goes for a gank.
Yes, he does. Bwipo's in so much trouble. Void Rush should just be about enough. Because Chachi takes down Bwipo and Splice are absolutely saying so he's able to back away, get some plate gold, and Splice continue to stay 1,000 gold up as we get to 15 minutes on the clock. Bwipo's not done yet. Cataclysm is available. Chachi's run out of mana though. Now Requiem is on cooldown. It's not available for use for a few more moments. Bwipo's going to get turned around. Here comes Kobe. He teleports in. Sleepy, drop or bubble. Paddlestar's not going to be enough, but the Void Rush surely will. There goes Xerxes. Dashes in, bites down. Spin for the win. Xerxes picks up the 4th kill for Splice.
And Bwipo just needs to lose gracefully at this point. Way overforced that fight. I felt like he was trying to look for the Requiem cooldown. It just wasn't there in time. And unfortunately, he just looks like a fool that far overextended in the lane.
Ends up being first tower going in favor of
Bubble.
Know how Fnatic have the bot wave pushed and no one has it in control right now. Fnatic look for an engage.
All right, Xerxes going to be the target. He gets jumped on, run down, and easily killed. Splice were backing away, and Xerxes did not get the memo.
Now, they will make a nice trade here by getting decent damage on the mid lane tower, possibly the mid lane tower. There they go. That feels good. But this was Splice just not being patient enough with their composition and possibly getting more for it.
That was so cheeky! To the skies, gets Chachi out the Cataclysm, but it simply is not enough. Another isolated death.
The prime objective that they utilize to force those, but the amount of poke from Splice scares me a lot. And I think that Fnatic have to show a lot of respect and have to have a lot of patience when they're playing around this objective.
Fine, Broxer. Baron's going down to half. There's a stun connecting onto Norscaran. Fnatic haven't peeled away from the pit yet. They may have got the objective they wanted as the teleport's been committed. Nemesis Dragon was started by Splice. Fnatic were able to use some sneakiness and sneak up from the bottom. Vizichachi's not with the team. He's late to the party. Dragon secured by Broxer and Fnatic. There's the flag, the drag, the dunk. Splice have once again botched up the Dragon. The stun onto Norscaran. That's a Drake and 2 quick kills.
There's only 3 members of Splice alive. Xerxes still up. Can he look for a steal or will they look for another fight?
Sleepy Trouble Bubble goes into the pit as well. Oh, here comes the burst damage. It's stolen! Vizichachi, you hero! It is the most farmed member of Splice. He picks up the Baron secure. Now Xerxes looking to hunt down Hill, is saying there's no support for the support of Fnatic. And he's going to try to escape. The chains will fly just a couple seconds of time. And Xerxes continues to chase, gets an unburrow, and a furious bite kills Hillisang. Splice!
Scary position for Splice to be in.
It's still even gold as far as the teams are concerned, but those 3 dragons helping fights around the objectives. That is costing Splice control.
Yeah, it's just funny because what Fnatic are letting Splice do is they let them... Ooh, hang on, fight.
All right, once again, another follow-up. Bwipo decides to hold on to the Cataclysm. Not going to be able to find anything else. Splice are able to disengage, but it's another tower to Fnatic.
Yeah, so the use of the ultimate from Sivir there was just to force Splice back, and now as a 5-man unit, they're just sieging, they're brute forcing their way into Splice's base. They're saying, you have to group, you have to fight us, otherwise you're going to lose everything.
3 items Sivir, as well as Double Mountain, as well as Baron empowered minions. Fnatic make the push down mid lane and get the supers.
But it's only 1 empowered recall, which is why I still like this, at least option from Splice. Like, okay, what can we...
continues to be a threat. 293 CS helps Fnatic secure
guys,
this.
we had a 1-3-1 composition. Probably shouldn't have fought at that mountain and that infernal.
What I like about that though, Frosk, is that could be, like, even if Splice go on to lose
Tank and engage. Speaking of engage, Fnatic are looking for another one.
Here comes Bwipo, gets the Cataclysm down, and there's the damage. It works out this time as Kobe's not even able to use that flash. The Devour is used once again. Norscaran's running away with the Grey Health. Boomerang Blade shuts him down. Humanoid sidesteps. One more knocker from Bwipo, and he's able to escape escape with the Valkyrie, but Reckless is able to put damage on the tower. Now Chachi is going to try and chase down. There goes Bwipo, takes a shot from the death ray, and still not enough to kill Humanoid. The heal from the steps, the fountain keeps him alive. Humanoid's going to Velk forward, gets the reply. Wow, don't get this one wrong,
They
Trevor.
might get this.
Splice are on the Baron.
they got it.
They've got this one secured. There's simply no contest. Splice stay in this game. It feels...
They're the ones that have the numbers advantage. They still have, well, they've actually used a decent number of ultimates, but importantly, Bwipos is available. So Fnatic, where they slowly work their way towards the enemy base. And you've also got to remember the amount of teleports and ultis they have to sneak into Fnatic's base as well.
Hold that thought. The stun manages to connect. There's not enough support just yet from Fnatic. They're going to try to chase. Win condition may be enabled, but can Hylissang make it out? Yeah, the rest of Fnatic are starting to come up. There's a teleport being committed. Vizichachi's going to throw down those accelerated shock bots on the side. Norscara's being burned low. Brox's kill in and amongst the pit. The river is now the battle scene. 1-2 quick kills for Fnatic. Requiem gets a good amount of damage down, but Fnatic are simply stronger in these 5v5s. Kobe now forced to use the stolen flash. He's looking to get run down. Reckless wants to cut off Humanoid. Gonna get the boomerang blade as well as the ricochet. Kill secured. Bwipo's going to start the recall, and will Kobe be able to finish? No, he's decided to back away.
This Dragon Pit is just the Thunderdome from Splice, and they never come out of it.
No, definitely not. Nemesis is able to pick up the kill. Look at those death timers, 46 seconds for multiple members of Splice. Bwipo's just picked up the GA and will defend the supers in the top lane, but Fnatic are pushing into the base.
And it's one of those things where we talked about it earlier. Fnatic, they realized about halfway through the split that they were trying to do too many things. They were trying too many different strategies, and they just kind of need to go back to their roots. And again, their composition on paper seems quite bread and butter. Press the engage buttons and just go. But they're so good at doing it that it's very difficult for teams to challenge. And every time Splice make a small mistake,
yes,
Fnatic just go for the play.
Press the button and go. They're going for the win. That's a stun onto Xerxes. Double Nexus turrets down. There's simply not enough pressure. Reckless alone should be able to finish this one off. The Nexus goes down. Fnatic press the win button. Respond, because in order to agree to that duel, you have to do the pivot. They're instead going to lock in the Cho'Gath. That is a very... We're going to find out in just a moment. Bwipo's starting to back away. He's in a 3 versus 1. The tower's coming to help out. Rupture will tag up Norscarin. Norscarin survives with less than 100 hit points.
On the bot lane, but there's no flash on Norscarin. Azuse is here.
All right, Broxer is coming in as well. He's going to tunnel over the wall. Kobe goes forward. He's already got a kill, got a reset. Jumped on Broxer's head. That's a double kill for Kobe. He's 3.
Tristana does so much damage when she lands on top of you, as well as the satchel, in tandem with Braum. Just kind of that, like, fade-away damage when Winter's back, and you get to be more effective earlier on. But we'll hold it, because now they're diving.
All right, they are indeed. Realm from Humanoid. Reckless is going to get Chilling Smited down. The Impale not used just yet. Hilly's in trouble under the tower. Reckless killed by Humanoid, and he's going to get stunned up as Chachi tanks everything. 2 kills, a tower, and Splice are here to play.
And I absolutely love this play from Splice. We were just talking about how they need to play through the Tristana. He often isolates himself. He often focuses on getting as many resources so that he can be more valuable in the late game. And Splice, with this knowledge, are just keeping the pressure up. They're trading towers across the board. They're not slowing down. They're looking for picks, and they're trying to keep this momentum going.
And it's making this late game Tristana so far ahead of the clock. The fact that she already has access to her Infinity Edge, that she's getting all of this gold off of the towers available to them. She can start grouping up with that Herald if she truly wants to. Like, Kabe is a massive problem. So any 5v5 that Fnatic look for, Splice just win it.
Look at this map. Splice are just running circles around Fnatic, putting pressure in the mid lane, forces Fnatic's hand. They back away. Yes, Mountain Drake was secured, but Splice are not done. They're going to put pressure with the help of Herald, take down the top inner turret, as well as some damage in middle. Reckless forced to flash over the wall. Humanoid and Chachi.
The team to try to slow down Splice. They can't take fights, so they want to avoid them and clear out waves safely and try to secure defensive vision of their jungle to safely get to these lanes to farm.
So, while Splice are currently sitting with an advantage, I wanted to kind of jump into the next few steps for Splice. So we can just keep let things run right now. We can see as Splice look to try and engage, which we have to turn back because there's a fight happening.
Every time we try to use the new tool, unfortunately action happens. Thank you, observers, for jumping out. Kobe gets yet another kill, and they're going to back away. Now the pressure is on Nemesis. He's going to be surrounded. Xerxes got an Impale available, a flash if he needs it as well. Nemesis will get caught up, locked up, will buy some time. as the Impale drags him around, but CC and Kale, that's how you stop it.
The frustrating part here is Splice do exactly what I was about to tell them to do, Quick Shot. They found a pick looking extremely strong, the primary carry of the team, 2.5 items, and once again, notice how Splice are trying to split up the map. They're playing this 1-3-1.
No, double Infernal and Mountain spawn. So the first 3 dragons are incredibly valuable. Splice have complete control of the map. You can see that Skarner's picking it up for free right now. It is...
But it's one of those things as well, what we said at the beginning of the game, where we kind of wanted to challenge expectations of the fans, because many perceive this to be a heavy favorite series for
Talking around their mid-game, and they've continued to improve as now Nemesis is going to get jumped on. It's going to get stunned up as well. The Impale can be used in just a moment or two. Nemesis is simply not strong enough to be in that position. Doesn't have the support. Splice, 8
Pound
kills.
for pound talent, Fnatic are just better. Do we really know that about Humanoid and Nemesis in top-tier form?
Well, he's 2v1. We're about to find out.
I'm going to say no.
Can't win that fight, but I will say, I am
Caster
very
curse.
this champion. And obviously you can hear the fans here in Berlin cheering as Fnatic picked up their first kill. We'll be at the expense of yet another one.
Perfect. Bwipo has flash, he has no feast. He's going to get ultied away, which means that this will be an easy Baron for Splice and maybe more kills.
All right, very good rupture. We'll buy some time for Bwipo. Impale is just about available. Couple seconds to go. Bwipo's turning it back around to the Feral Scream and another fantastic rupture. KL ulti comes down by some seconds. Take a look at that. Delivers the chop to Cobby, but the damage needs to follow back up. That's 1 for Fnatic. That's 2. That's a death sentence going awry. Now Humanoid's running for his life. Splice, slightly overconfident, just over Chase, and Fnatic find themselves a way back in.
It was going so well. And there's just that tiny voice in the back of your head that says, oh yeah, but it's Fnatic. And when you see Splice walk into a choke point and just get lit up, you're like, no, please.
Get to the stage where Kale and Sivir can take over, but they need to protect their base. The tower has now fallen as Bwipo makes his way back to the mid lane.
How big of a lead they had, you can't help but start to get a little bit nervous for them now, even though they're so strong. 3 items on
wide. Smash finds nobody. Vedius is Hilly is forced to put the box down defensively. Death sentence comes back.
Becomes
Here's
TP.
Warren. Teleport starting to channel. Nemesis will be joining just a little bit late. Then Fish is going
He got Reckless!
Jumped over the wall. He's found Reckless. He's still untouched. But take a look at Nemesis. He's trying to burn. He's got no ulti to use though. He's got 1.
He's dead.
2. But here comes Cobby. Hopping, skipping, jumping. This will be the 3rd kill of the fight. And he's looking to chase for more.
And
Make sure
Cobby,
that they don't push for the win, but they're at least going to get total Baron control here.
but so much props has to go for Humanoid for that fight to work out. Not only did he get the flash from Nemesis, but he got his ultimate as well. And we saw Nemesis in the middle of that fight. He was primed and ready to clean up, but because he didn't have those crucial skills available...
What's available for Bwipo? He's backed away from that bottom turret. You can see Humanoid pushing in. Nemesis forced to defend the supers in the top lane. Cobby and Xerxes are trying to focus down Baron, but look, Brox is waiting in the wings. Humanoid is now pushing onto Bwipo. Keep your eyes on the bottom left. Keep your eyes everywhere. There's action in every single lane.
They don't need to force the 50-50. I love this call from Splice because meanwhile on the bot side, Humanoid is beating down Cho'Gath.
Oh, this is so difficult. Nemesis has left the top lane. Death sentence finds no target. Blue team Splice. Fans at home. Will Fnatic come back? Will they be able to defend against double supers and Baron and Mountain?
Thought the game was won, and then Kale just ends up turning it around, and now the pressure falls on Nemesis as Bwipo caught out.
Oh, so much damage. He's forced to run away with his life. The Fisher comes down, knocks Bwipo up, continues to be hammered on. Humanoid hasn't joined the fight, but the inhibitor turret has fallen. Reckless is running, got flash available. Not going to use it just yet. 3rd inhibitor falls.
And it feels like Splice have all of the tools to deal with this. This Braum is doing so much work against the damage that Reckless wants to put out on Sivir, and they have things like Humanoid as well as the Impale from Skarner to deal with the Kale, to CC lock her down. I love what Splice have drafted here and how they've executed the entire game.
Here we go.
All
One
right.
last push.
Bwipo is stepping forward. Feral Scream has already been used. Bwipo's going to dash away. The Lantern actually pulls him to safety. I'm looking at Xerxes for the Impale. Take a look at the flame. That's a jump onto Humanoid. Now the damage onto Chachi. Buster Shot's going to buy so much time. Reckless is very, very low. Nemesis is stepping forward, but it's Broxer down. Hilly down. Cobby Rocket jumps forward. Reckless stays just live long enough to continue fighting. Final Judgment is available for Nemesis. He has used it onto Reckless, but Cobby doesn't care. He's got 2. The ricochets flying across. It is simply not enough for Reckless. Nexus is now being focused. Nemesis is stepping forward. That's a triple kill. Picked up for Cobby. The Quadra, the Nexus, and Splice even the series.
Play matchups, and now he sees it.
Ooh, Comfort v Comfort. The Shen coming in from Vizichachi. This is, I don't want to say his most played Trevor, maybe.
Probably called their jungler since their wave is pushing in, and they're saying, we don't want to be extended without any sort of safety. Please come help us.
Oh, Helisan gets caught out, chunked down, first blood to Kobe.
Beautiful stuff from the side of Splice. They
Kill, first bloods. The next AD carry is Patrick at 4. Now take a look at this. Xerxes once again with the help of Stand United, an easy kill onto Broxa, reading him like a book. It's not done yet. Now Reckless and Hilly, they're trying to pick up a fight. Chachi's come over the wall, but take a look at Reckless. He's sticking inside, tumbles away to safety. Defensive flash from Kobe. The Darkened Blade is starting to chase down. Whippo's looking for an opportunity. Can't find a Splice target. Chachi will lose his life, but not enough to kill Reckless. The zaps come out, the knock up from Whippo. There's the stand aside. Now all of a sudden the damage is coming out. Kobe's now running for his life. Norscarin still sticking around. The flash comes in. There comes the dash and the Gleaming Quill. Helisan kills Norscarin. They punish Splice, and Fnatic turn it round.
And what started off from Fnatic to then find themselves in this situation where Whippo can chase them down, and it's just kill after kill after kill.
It's a
The mental of Fnatic was boom, so to speak. Take a look at this. Death sentence, flay, box. Helisan is eaten enough to force Splice away. Teleport will be completed from Whippo. This alleviates that pressure on Chachi, but it does secure the first tower.
I just feel like with this...
And Fnatic, they can now look to set up a siege on the mid lane tower. Tried to steal it away with the Jinx Rocket, but it wasn't even close. And look, one hit away. This should be a clean tower for Fnatic.
Oh, Whippo's going to fancy it, but at what cost? The Emperor's Divide, and Whippo's going to get... Oh! Where did that damage come from? I demand a replay, because I did not see the reinforcements dive bombing Splice.
That felt like the Lysandra hitting at the same time. That was it. Oh.
It's called the Fnatic dunk.
The
When they're back against
Now that giant wombo, but more importantly to me is that 3 towers are secured. This should be a kill into Helisan. Humanoid uses the slide and glide and divide.
down. You can see the trend where Fnatic are just continuing to push, and now they're looking for another pick.
All right, Humanoid will get the Stand United, but it simply isn't going to enough. Stand United completes. That's another kill for Whippo and Fnatic. Nemesis is now on a killing spree. The attention turns to Norscarin. Death sentence into box will not help anybody, and Reckless late to the party, not even needed as Fnatic pick up 2 kills.
I mean, frankly, if Chachi Stan United's on Humanoid, he just Uber Eats at that point. It's just free delivery service and free food for Fnatic. Humanoid is so far behind his counterpoint. I believe it's something like 2K.
Their way through the Splice members.
And also importantly, his opposite number hasn't been absolutely smashing. Very good flash from Nemesis. Now Humanoid's in some trouble. Brox is going to be forced to run away. Helisan maybe chasing. There comes Nemesis, gets the root. Humanoid escapes with his life for now. Reckless doesn't fancy a shot in a 1v5. Decides to dash back in. Gets a couple of autos and sidesteps away. Death Sentence will find the AD carry, but it's simply not enough to get the kill. Super Mega Death Rocket gets no kills today. Defensive flashes as Reckless continues to tumble forward. Silver Bolt's proc on Chachi, and now all of a sudden Fnatic peel backwards. They've got vision control and maybe Baron control.
Yeah, and reminder, that was ultimately a 4v5. Whippo was sitting in the mid lane like, guys, I've got this. I've got the tower. I farmed myself up. We just walk this one towards Baron.
His TP was also interrupted by Vizichachi, who then had the ultimate afterwards to try and rejoin. And now Fnatic have actually started off this Baron. They have all 5 members here. This isn't the fastest Baron in the world.
It's not. Nemesis has no ultimate, has no flash. Nemesis is in trouble. Nemesis is down. Fnatic, they tried to do that too quickly, and Splice were able to respond. They get themselves a kill. They also get the teleports from both Whippo and Nemesis over the course of the last minute.
They do need to be careful with their back timers and stagger this right now, because Splice are all full health. It looks like they're going to take the safer play by getting control over mid lane, pushing on the tower, and clearing out the vision. But Splice could have very easily just turned on the Baron themselves.
I ultimately think it was a pretty greedy play from Fnatic as well. They didn't need to do the Baron.
Xerxes going to use that passive to spot it out, and Nemesis has got a good flank opportunity. The Baron's down to 2,000. Chachi's inside the pit. There's a fight to multiple fronts. Baron this time secured by Fnatic, and now an ensuing fight. That's already 1 kill onto Xerxes. Whippo has dunked down Kobe. He's going to use that Aatrox to its maximum powers. Reckless slides around the divide. He finally gets shut down by the Conquering Sands. And as it stands, it's Fnatic that get the ace, it's Fnatic that get the Baron, and it's Fnatic that are looking at the base.
Those are long death timers, and with the Baron buff, Fnatic could look to end the game right now. There is no Splice opposition to stand in their way.
30 seconds on several members of Splice. Baron in powered cannon minions. This could just be it. Fnatic have taken 2 inhibitors. The minions are making their way onto the Nexus turrets, and what is the next step? back away. Fnatic do not...
I'll have one of them. I will obliterate your AD carry and I will feed my sword with your blood.
I mean, Bwipo's had a really, really good game on Aatrox. It feels like he's... And as it stands, Bwipo currently has 3 wins, 0 losses on the champion. 11, 5, and 12. He's going to be adding 5 additional kills and 6 assists to that record. 12,000 gold up. Gigantic advantages, ladies and gentlemen. Nemesis has got those 10 stacks on the Soul Stealer back, I'd like you to know, as the last stand is on the cards for Splice. Super minions pouring into the base, ultimates available for all of Splice, but take a look at this. There's once again the chains connecting. Bwipo dashes forward, manages to connect with another Q. Humanoid's now running for his life as Bwipo is doing his best to zone. Reckless manages once again to dodge the Azir ultimate, but look at the follow-up damage. Silver bolts on the fountain is enough to get a double kill. Reckless running for his life. Super Mega Death Rocket, not going to be enough just yet. Manages to find one to hit a sec. Chachi chasing forward, using the zone of damage control, and Splice survive the fight.
And this is
mentioned, and here comes Hylissang.
just rush the
Pushing
Nexus.
Can Splice do this again? Hylissang dumps all the way forward. Fnatic is split up, but it's already cost him. Brox has gone down. Reckless has gone down.
Nexus!
Ladies and gentlemen, Splice will not go quietly into the night, and Bwipo's now running for his life. 5, 1, and 8. Splice have held the base again.
You can't just ignore them, Fnatic. Look at the difference in the itemization.
Oh, Bwipo though, he's going to get the 1v2.
Bwipo gets the 1v2. May actually be able to turn this one around as well. Running for his life, the chains will help. Chachi needs to get the Spirit's Refuge down.
No way.
Bwipo goes gold.
Kobe's here.
Now comes Kobe, dash away, and that's the ace. Splice, hold on.
But now, I think they have to use this to smother Splice in their own base.
Well, yeah, definitely no more over-eager plays. Few questions that we're going to have to ask the players and teams after the series wraps up. For now, though, Fnatic going to have one more shot into the breach. They've got Baron-empowered minions. Humanoid is running onto Bwipo. Bwipo's already going to have his ultimate bring him back to life. Now, Bwipo's in trouble. GA has now been popped. Humanoid's not done yet. Inhibitor in the middle lane secured. Not enough support for the rest of Fnatic. Bwipo is down. Humanoid has done enough to defend the bottom lane, but Fnatic have secured the second inhibitor, and this is about smothering Splice. And of course, it is all up to how Fnatic play these next few fights for Splice. They are still on the
Good decision-making from Fnatic.
All right, let's take a look. Pressure on the bottom lane. Now all of a sudden, Chachi forced to run for his life. Bwipo and Nemesis, now they're backing away. Cersei's trying to turn this around. And is, of course, the Azir touchdown. But look, with Splice peeled all the way to the bottom, this could set up for Baron. Nemesis is running. Stand United onto Humanoid. Humanoid throws his flash away. Bwipo's buying time. 3 members of Fnatic will be able to have the Baron buff. GA's going to buy some additional time. Look at Hylissang is now pushing onto the inhibitor.
It's happening again! It's happening again!
Are being pushed into the base. This is exactly how Fnatic wanted to
The
use
fact that Fnatic were like, okay, pressure the bottom in him. Make sure that they can't contest this at Baron. Get Baron for
that
free.
we've already alluded to multiple times. Kobe on 6 items. Remember, if you never leave your base, you don't need boots. Nemesis is chunked up from a couple autos. Bwipo and Brox.
Oh, they're going!
They're going for the Nexus! Kobe flashes back as defensively. Bwipo's going to try to use that Whirlwind. That's going to bring it back up. The Nexus is being focused. That's a kill into Reckless. Fnatic have done it! What the hell is that ending?
Which is why I think the, oh!
No!
Wait a second, wait a second. First gank.
And that was kind of the gamble, you know, oh, double
They're going
down.
back.
All right, they are going back.
There's no
because
mana.
Bwipo pushed forward a little bit. The minions are doing so much work. Chachi goes so low. Remember, Bwipo's waiting for the claw. Teleport is going to start being channeled. Bwipo is going to get some support. All of Fnatic are rocking up. Nemesis and Reckless, they join the fray. Bwipo stays alive a few seconds longer. Will get cut down. First blood picked up by Azir before he is turned around. Now, Nemesis
And
trying
ultimately, because he got that, or picked up that kill, I'm going to say it is worth for Splice in the long run.
Well, the risk is now... Ooh, here we go, the collapse.
Oh my word, the event horizon doesn't matter from that glacial path. Now it's a 2v2 and Xerxes trying to run down Bwipo. He's rampaging all over his face. Here comes Broxa. Not going to be enough just yet. Kobe gets caught around, knocked up, knocked down, killed by Broxa. All of a sudden, the picks and bans for Fnatic pulls them in.
His ultimate was changed a while ago to do percentage missing health. He has that burst ability to just eliminate someone.
Better part of the last 2 minutes. We'll be recalling shortly as Humanoid is going to go toe-to-toe with Bwipo, has thrown out the hijack. will be able to cast, self-cast the ultimate. In fact, or it may already have been there. Now Whipper's going to go down on Sword Shadows, comes in. This is the turnaround for Splyce. They've got themselves one. Brox is forced to run for his life as Hylissang will be going down. He flashes over the wall. That's a follow-up from Humanoid. Then finally the kill. That's 2 quick kills for Splyce.
Love the confidence there from Humanoid.
On this Silas, and he's bullying everybody in his lane. As all of a sudden, Kobe's in some trouble. He's actually going to try to turn it into Hylissang. From Ideal Burst was used, rather. Whipper will buy some time, maybe just enough, to help get a kill to Xerxes. Whipper survives the onslaught of shadows. He outplays again, and Broxer takes down Humanoid.
Just kind of changing the equation. Splyce are usually a team that are a bit slow on the uptake to find the right answer immediately.
The Rift Herald will be able to boop a lot of damage. Turret plates fell over a minute ago, and Bwipo needs to once again have some fancy feats. Ultimate is available for him. Does he manage to self-cast? Yes, he does. Evenderize should still just about tag him. No, timed out. Bwipo gets chunked down. He manages to get the root, and this time round, we can ask fans to verify and prove if he was shopping when he ate the devastating charge.
Oh, that's a good point.
So fans at home, if you were watching, let us know. And then, of course, in the next game, if we go to Game 5, it'll be either Hylissang or Norscarin POV. Nemesis manages to get the Blade of the Ruined King before Xerxes jumps on top of him, starts to rampage around. Here comes Bwipo. Vizichachi goes back in. They've got themselves a kill to Nemesis. Bwipo's running for his life. Chachi should go down to Hilly, but the Devour will buy a lot of time. Chachi survives thanks to Norscarin, but here comes Broxer. One little boop. He will poke him with a Dragon Strike and then use the Blast Cone to get to safety. Broxer is able to sneak himself.
Kind of this ambush-style League of Legends.
It's so important for Splyce. They are behind in gold, they're behind in dragons, behind in towers. Reckless is even stealing away jungle camps from Splyce, and Splyce are against the wall. If they go down here, they are eliminated. They will take 4th place here in the LEC Spring Split, same as their final placement. And we said at the beginning of the day, Fnatic actually wanted to pick Splyce. That was their ideal choice. They couldn't, and Splyce were in 4th, and that's why Fnatic picked Vitality. And now we'll see whether or not Xerxes and Humanoid can run down Nemesis, take so much damage on that onslaught. Stand United committed as well, and it ends up being is really negligible as Splyce have evened out. They've got themselves 2 towers.
It's when they have leads, they can look for tower dives.
The more I think about it, the more I'm not entirely sure. The one thing having double AD does help with is also securing the Baron, which Fnatic has started off. Now may go for a bit of a fight.
All right, turn their attention to Chachi. He's been knocked up into the air twice. Give that man frequent flyer miles awarded by Fnatic.
Very nice.
But very nicely done by Norscarin. Oh, Reckless jumps in. He's already got himself one into Kobe. Peel away from Humanoid. Cataclysm comes down. Defensive flashes as Norscarin finally goes down. A follow-on chase. Humanoid gets caught out and killed as Fnatic find 3 after they force Splyce to react.
They have to turn and fight us, and we're going to crush them when they come.
All right, Hylissang's going to be interrupting, playing interference here with the help of Bwipo as well. Baron should go down to the double ADs and Broxer. Onslaught of Shadows just to buy some time. Bwipo and Hilly don't even go down. Nemesis is looking to chase. Chachi looks like he's going to be able to make it out. 5 members of Fnatic, they get the Baron. They're going to turn their attention to this middle turret, and they extend that gold leads.
Yeah, but now it's what can Splyce get back in return, because here comes the team.
All right, take a look at this. Teleport's coming out. Chachi's already down. Xerxes used his ultimate, remember. Going to use that devastating charge into Bwipo. Bwipo's going to go down. Now the tension turned around. Nemesis running for his life. He's tumbling. He stays alive. All of a sudden on the back end, Reckless is looking to clean things up as Kobe is now left alone. 4 members of Splyce are down, and Fnatic turn their attention. They're going to chase Kobe back as well as take the tower.
Splyce do what they can to get something back after what was an awful fight, but it only makes things worse as Fnatic find another 4 kills, are looking to siege onto the base, and look, they're even trying to get the kill onto Kobe.
Yeah. That one horizon doesn't mean anything to Sivir.
That one was personal for sure. They hunted him down, they found the kill, and now they'll break into the base of Fnatic. And chase them down and find a big fight.
And of course, as we come out of the replay, Fnatic have found themselves an easy pick-off here onto Humanoid. Nemesis is on a rampage 4, 2, and 5, and Fnatic aren't done yet.
And Fnatic just ran back onto the map. They said, let's get as much out of this Baron as possible. They sent 1 member mid to feed it all into the inhib. They grabbed the wave bottom, and now they've set themselves up for not just these towers, but also the Infernal Drac to fall back onto.
Hylissang is trying to put the nails in the coffin of Splyce's Spring Split. They are on the verge of being eliminated as Fnatic find themselves the inhibitor turret. The rest of the squad are chasing onto Norscarin. Humanoid still dead, remember, from the previous engage. Norscarin goes down. Now the inhibitor drops as well. Fnatic with the Baron, empowered minions, consider the Nexus, but instead they take another inhibitor and they back away.
Very difficult to come back when you have lost 2 inhibs, especially on this type of composition from Splyce. We kind of talked about...
Tomorrow, let's wait, we'll get to that in a second. Let's take a look at this. Vizichachi goes down, Nemesis takes him out. Fnatic continue to put pressure onto the center turret. Here comes Humanoid, trying to do some work on that Silas, but simply not enough. Reckless is now on a rampage at 4-0-7. Cobby is trying to run away. The Inventurizer is not working. Primordial Burst does not have enough damage. The cheekiness of the Vigar did not help Splyce. Fnatic were able to pull the rug out from underneath them, and Fnatic are now turning onto the third and final inhibitor.
Fnatic will be making their way to Rotterdam as the third inhibitor goes down. All they need is the minion wave. Only Xerxes stand in their way. Splyce could not handle the pressure from this Fnatic squad.
Absolutely not. Splyce put up a good fight. They improved and impressed, but it's Fnatic that will have the last laugh. It is Fnatic that has earned the right to defend their title in Rotterdam. "29 kills, 21 of which were secured by Fnatic. And you could not have expected half of what happened this game. With Lissandra top, Reckless playing Sivir in the bot lane, the Vigar, and then of course seeing exactly how it all played out. Splyce have been eliminated, 4th place in the Spring Splits.
And I'm glad that we get to see Coach Duke and Xerxes on the screen right now, because that's the key word that I want to take away, the unexpected. You know, most people, myself included, assume that Splyce would come into this, that they would go back to the 5v5, that they would go back to the scaling, the team fight. I don't actually mind that they threw a wrench into the plans, that they tried to be experimental, that they tried to catch Fnatic off guard. To me, I'm like, yes, you know, I can respect if you're going to bow out, throw everything that you've got.
Thank you, Shox, and thank you, Bwipo, for joining me. Congrats on making it to Holland next week. That was a clean series from you guys, even though we had some... Okay, you don't agree here. Okay, I'll let you go first.
I don't feel like it was a clean series. I think most of us were pretty on edge today. We were pretty stressed. We could tell even in the comms, like in game 1, like as soon as something went wrong topside, I felt that I was tilted, even though I had no reason to be tilted. Like normally, I would have no problem with tanking ganks like this, right? And just being like, you know, you want to come to my lane? I'll see you in 25 minutes when my Vayne gets items or whatever, you know. But in these specific games, I felt like all of us just were on edge, me especially, and it was a bit frustrating because I don't think that's what we need to show to win.
Okay, so tell me then, what was the biggest challenge for you guys today?
It was just making sure that in the draft we didn't end up in a weird situation that we hadn't played before. You know, it was like they forced it sometimes, with like flexing Zoe 1-2 immediately. Going into game 3, I think game 3 they like pick Shen into Aatrox, which is like, whoa, you know? So it was just making sure we get a comfortable draft that we're happy playing. And once we got that, I feel like it was pretty clean.
About foreseeing you in these unusual situations, they lane swapped in game 2. How did you respond to it? Because we didn't see lane swap in ages.
Honestly, it was something we tested and checked last year. So 2018 Fnatic definitely had their own dabbles with it. So honestly, as soon as they locked in sound blind with the Braum Tristana, I think all of us should have been like, wait, isn't that what we do? So at that point, we should have known something was wrong because nobody is 4-5ing sound like this blind, realistically.
Okay, so talk me through game 3 now, because you had a massive... Yeah, you're laughing. You know what I'm talking about. You had a massive lead, and then you decide to fountain dive when you could just end the game. What was that about?
Honestly, I felt really strong in the game, and I just said to my team, "Is like, if Jinx has no flash, Azir has no flash, I'm just gonna go hunt them down and just one-shot them because I was a monster, right? I had so much damage, but unfortunately, I hunted too far. I came to the end of the earth in a way, I guess, and I fell off the cliff. So I don't know. It was even in the Jarvan game, I was doing this, right? The Corki, I was at the fountain. I have no idea why I was so stressed to do this. I feel like, honestly, most of the time, we would just win a fight, go back off the Baron, win the game. But I guess I got mind-controlled to int.
You know, right before the beginning of the interview, and even in the interview, you said that you played poorly this series, but you're the key out player of the game.
What,
of the series? Yeah, of the series. Yeah.
Wait, why?
I wonder why.
What? I mean, okay, if you ignore what I did at the end of the Aatrox game, I feel like I played pretty well. I think the Cho'Gath game, I was like trying to keep the team together.
21% of defense.
The Jarvan game, I think I was straight liability. I was running it down. Like the whole game, like I was 0-3 for no reason at all. I was dying for no reason at all. I was fun diving for no reason at all. It was just pure int. And then the last game, I mean, me and Hilly back in the bot lane for a few minutes.
I know.
2v2. Slam the guy. It actually reminded me because everyone was saying Hecarim's bot for sure, guy, for sure. We're like, whatever, man. I'm just going, just kill this guy, whatever.
I mean, in the end, 41% of the votes go to you. And I even remember in the caster room, the officials saying, okay, Bwipo is the shy on Aatrox. How does it make you feel?
I mean, honestly, that Aatrox game, the early game, I played really well. I feel like I was pressuring the Shen a lot in the lane. It was a really easy lane, I think. I feel like they kind of picked it for the sake of getting their bot lane ahead. Much like in game 2, they just like put all the eggs in the copy basket. And then they kind of see what happens topside and just try to survive type of deal. And then when they mess up the Shen ult, I got a really big advantage from all the assists and kills, and I just drove it home.
I feel like whenever you guys, you and teams in general, play a series, you have to learn something from it, right? So what did you learn in this series, especially against Splice, because you never played them in this series?
I think what's important is that we need to work on our control, because I feel like we lost control when we should have it quite often in the series, as well as just the jitters, you know, like it meant a lot to me to win the series. So I was just, I guess, trying to do too much instead of just backing off, taking the objective and winning the game.
Does it mean something special to know that you'll be playing in Holland next week?
Actually, I think it's really important because it's going to be the first event since World Finals. My mother comes to see me, and obviously, yikes.
What, yikes?
We got kind of smashed there, and I didn't really get to show her what it's like to see me winning. So getting another shot to show her how happy I can be and how glad I am to get this opportunity is really important to me.
You'll make your parents proud, I have no doubt about it. Now you'll be facing whoever wins between G2 and Origin tomorrow. Who is it going to be?
I mean, I think it's natural to bet for... I think it's natural to put your... Like, if I had to put my money on it, put it on G2, because I feel like in a best-of-5 series, the game can go either way. Like, for example, we played today, and in games like these, players like Caps, Wunder, Perks, Jankos, they can all make game-winning plays, right? They can just, Mickey X, of course, they can all make a really game-winning play. So if it's messy like today, which it might be because, again, there is some jitters, obviously less, I think, because they're mostly thinking, we're already in Rotterdam, let's just hide as many picks as possible. But that said, I think I would put my money on G2, but I don't think Origin is going to go down without a fight.
So you will be facing Origin then. Is it something you feel confident about?
It's hard to say. Like, I can't just say that we're going to face either or the other. I think both teams are quite strong. And if they can pull up their A game, there's going to be a better series than we play today, that's for sure.
Well, we'll see about this tomorrow. Thank you, Bwipo, for joining me once again. And congrats on making it to semi-finals. Now back to you, Shox.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Laure, and thank you very much.